Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hey there, good morning. It is Tuesday, July 23rd.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to get to weather and traffic in just a moment, but first,
we are following up on a large power outage in the Government Canyon Helotes area.
And we are now learning that a CPS worker trying to fix that outage was electrocuted and died. Our Katrina Weber is out there right now with new information. Katrina, what happened?
Good morning, Stephanie. That information comes to us from a Bexar County Sheriff's investigator who was out here earlier. He says the worker was apparently with CPS Energy was working here in the Greenbelt on one of the utility poles when he somehow was electrocuted. Now, this street here is called Percheron Pass, and this is the area that they had roped off earlier. We can show you some video from when this area was closed off. The Sheriff's Office said they got the call around 4:30 this morning. They got out here and found a crew with CPS Energy and one of the workers who had been electrocuted. They said that that man was up on the utility pole working to restore electricity after an overnight power outage when he somehow was electrocuted. They say there was a sudden power surge. They thought they had the line shut off apparently, and there was a power surge which then affected that worker, electrocuting him. The Sheriff's Office says that the crew had to take him down and perform CPR, but they were not able to save him. Now, we don't have any other information on that worker who was killed. We have left several messages for CPS Energy, but so far no one has returned any of our calls. So again, all this information coming from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office identifying the man who was killed as a CPS Energy worker. We're working to get more information on this story and bring it to you as we have it. Reporting live in West Bexar County, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Katrina. Let's look out there with live cam. You can see the heavy cloud cover keeping those temperatures down, but we are still expecting rain today.
We are. We're watching the radar closely, and just as we started the show, we got word that there is a flood watch now in effect for Bexar County, and that's because they're worried somewhat about this area of shower and storms that we have off to our north and west. It is slowly, and I do mean slowly, working its way towards the city. If it holds together, it will bring some heavy rain with it, so that's why we have to be oh so careful here. We have quite a few flood warnings in the wake of this system because it did produce so much rain. We've got warnings there for Kerr County that go until 10 a.m. Another one in Kerr County right around the Kerrville area that's going to go until 11:15. I'm going to go ahead and pause it so it won't jump around on us. We've got another flood warning that goes until 10 a.m. for Edwards County, and then the last flood warning out here to the west. This is for Edwards and Valverde County that goes, well, for another, actually it just expired. That one will likely go away, but these other flood warnings will stick around because this rain has been very, very heavy. And we'll zoom in on some of the heavier rain right now, and that has been around Kerrville, although the heaviest of the rain now starting to shift towards the Comfort area. If you're driving down I-10, you're basically going to hit a wall of water. These are so efficient at producing rain because there's so much moisture in the atmosphere. So no, there will be very heavy rain there. Bandera is a spot where we got very heavy rain last night, and now we're getting it again. So I would have concern here for possibility of some flash flooding within the city of Bandera. Let's pause it, and we can look at some of the, actually, let's take this off, see if we can get it to go away. Maybe not. We can look at some of the rain rates, and it's not working for me right now, but we'll go in and look at some of the rain rates here around Bandera here in just a few minutes and show you that they're quite high and that flooding is a real possibility. Not to mention you got more storms potentially working their way in from the west. Here in San Antonio, not much yet, but we do have some storms starting to, or downpours I should say, starting to take shape down here across the southern part of the county that will feed north, and then we'll await this potentially heavier rain that'll be working in from the north and west. All things we'll be watching in the coming hours, but that flood watch, as I said, has been issued for just this group of counties in which we think that cluster of heavy rain will start to impact. So Medina County, Comal County, Kendall County, and of course Kerr County already dealing with some flooding. A few closed roads we're getting reports of there as well, and then into Medina County. Our forecast today calls for a 50% chance of rain. Obviously, if that cluster of storms holds together, our rain chances will be higher in the short term, and then we'll probably bring rain chances down by the afternoon. So stay tuned for that. But temperatures will be in the mid-80s for highs today. That's it. Clouds, rain, helping to really keep temperatures down, guys.
All right. Well, RJ is on vacation. He'll be back tomorrow, but let's take a look at traffic out there right now. 281, 410 looking pretty good out there. 90 and Military Drive, barely any vehicles out there. Drive safely because, you know, rain is on the way, so got to make sure we watch our speed. And we have an update for you on a story we brought you, shared earlier on GMSA. San Antonio police say that a woman who was shot overnight while sitting outside a bar in downtown. Officers don't know where the bullet came from. Now, since then, we have learned that that woman has died. It happened around midnight on East Crockett near I-37 in East Houston. Police say the 29-year-old woman was sitting on the top patio of the Sky Bar downtown, and she was struck by a bullet in her upper back. Now, she was taken to the hospital at that time, but she later died. Police say nobody really knows where the shot came from, but officers say it might have been from the parking lot or the highway nearby.
And let's go ahead and look at today's 9 at 9.
Vice President Kamala Harris has secured more than enough support from delegates to officially become the Democratic Party's presumptive nominee after clinching endorsements from more than 2,000 convention delegates. Her campaign has raked in more than $100 million in just over a day. Today, Harris heads to the swing state of Wisconsin for her first campaign stop.
Calls are growing for Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle to resign, hours after a hearing on the security failures that led to the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Now, yesterday, Cheadle said the Secret Service was alerted between 2 to 5 times about a suspicious person before the first shot was fired, but that the suspect was not considered a threat until seconds before the shooting.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is naming a bipartisan panel to do an independent review of the Trump assassination attempt. It's an effort by officials to get ahead of congressional reviews and hearings happening on Capitol Hill. Mayorkas says the review committee will be up and running in a matter of days.
Donald Trump's attorneys have asked the New York Appeals Court to throw out February's $454 million judgment in his civil real estate fraud case. His lawyers say the monetary penalty was unconstitutional and the case should have been barred because most of the transactions were outside the statute of limitations. The appeals court could take up the case as soon as September.
Delta Airlines is continuing to struggle 4 days after the Microsoft CrowdStrike computer outage. Other airlines recovered in days after
power bill, or maybe even just give feedback to your power company. For CPS Energy customers, you have a chance to do just that. Tomorrow morning, CPS Energy is hosting 2 open house sessions. The first goes from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. and then another 2-hour afternoon session will run from 5:30 to 7:30. Both of these take place tomorrow at CPS headquarters on McCullough Avenue. And of course, all this information is on our website, ksat.com.
We've had migrants come through our home. We have helicopters flying around our home at all hours of the night and day.
My light bill has been higher than ever in my life. That's one thing I've noticed. The gas prices, they go down for a little bit, but then go back up.
Well, with just over 3 months away from the election, we are launching a new project focused on politics and hearing from voters like you.
Tonight on the Night Beat, Stefania Jimenez has a preview of the first episode of Your Voice South Texas. She visits Uvalde to hear from residents about the things they care about.
Well, they talk about everything from immigration to the economy, how people are impacted, and what they want to see come November. You can catch a preview of Your Voice South Texas right here on KSAT 12 tonight at 10.
Time right now, 9:09, 78 degrees out there. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, if you're an owner of a Bissell steam shot, you are going to want to stop using it and get in touch with that company ASAP. Ivan Adena will have the details.
An award-winning Cajun restaurant on the west side says they're shutting their doors for good soon. Coming up, we'll show you how the city is reacting to the closing of the Acadiana Cafe. Well, Acadiana Cafe, the West Side Cajun and Southern style restaurant, will soon be closing its doors for good.
So the cafe, known for its award-winning catfish and seafood, made the announcement yesterday, capping off 38 years in operation. Well, in a press release yesterday, Acadiana Cafe said that the property has been sold to Hacienda Vallarta Restaurant Group.
And while the new ownership serves Mexican food, the release mentioned that the classic Acadiana Cafe recipes like chicken and dumplings, red beans and rice and others, they're still going to be on the menu. Acadiana's last day in business will be Thursday, August 29th. And many people took to social media following this announcement, sharing memories of their time dining there and their sadness of seeing the restaurant go. One person posted, quote, "So sad to hear this. We'll miss this restaurant. Never had a bad experience at Acadiana." Another person shared this memory, quote, "I remember going here as a kid with my grandma and grandpa and the rest of my family. Lots of great memories. It will be missed."
And more responses. A lot of people have made memories in the 38 years that Acadiana has been serving San Antonio. This person said, quote, "This is where my husband and I went on our first date." And then last we have this person writing about how much Acadiana meant to his family, saying, quote, "My grandpa used to take me there. I took my kids there when they were little. I took a woman I loved there for dates as well. Just called my son so we can go one last time."
So I interviewed him, the owner, a year ago. They have a wall, they have a room where people that are coming in, veterans, military members, they write their name on the wall.
Oh,
and so,
cool.
so if they ever come back, they'll be like, "See, I was here on this day," and so they have their name. So I wonder if that'll stay. I hope it does.
Well,
I hope
take
so.
lots of pictures for sure.
Staple in our community. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Hopefully you can visit.
For sure. Guys, we just got a flash flood warning that has come out for Bandera County. I want to pass that along. This is going to go until 12:15 in the afternoon. And this is an area that saw heavy rain last night, and now we're starting to get heavy rain again. So you can see the concern here and why they would issue a flash flood warning. This does include the city of Bandera. And again, that goes until 12:15 this morning. So let me take off the warnings real quick, and we're going to zoom in a little bit closer on where this heavy rain is. Right over the city of Bandera, starting to move down into the Medina Lake area. Now, there's one good piece to this. We obviously don't want to see flash flooding, but this is right over the Medina Lake watershed. So be very interested to see in the next couple of days where Medina Lake ends up. Look, this is not going to fill it up, but it could shift things kind of moving in the right direction. We will see. Let's put the map back into motion for you real quick so you can get an idea of motion. Everything's kind of moving south to north, but we're getting some training here, which is the problem. And I think you're actually going to see this back build to the south, and that's why I'm a little concerned about Bandera County in general. We'll pause it again, and we'll take a look at the 24-hour rainfall totals. And boy, these numbers are pretty huge. When you look at these purple colors, That's what we're talking about, close to 7 inches of rain, 6 to 7 inches. And that's all kind of converging here on the city of Bandera and near Medina as well. We'll zoom out some, and even bigger numbers as you get up into, let me see if I can clear that, as you get up into parts of Edwards County where it was just really heavy last night, some of these storms. Pretty incredible rainfall totals, and these are estimates, but we're closing in on 9 inches potentially there along I-10, northern parts of Kerr County, I should say. And then as you get out towards Rock Springs, we got to switch radar sites for that, but we do have big numbers out there too. We'll clear that off just for now and take you out west, and where you see these purple colors, that's where the really heavy rain is being estimated by the radar. So 8 inches. Close to 9 inches there, 7.6, close to 7, and that was in Edwards, Downton, Valverde County. So it's been a hill country that is really taking it on the chin when it comes to this very heavy rain. It's a good thing. We want the rain. We just obviously don't want the flash flooding. So your next question will be, what about San Antonio? So let's clear all this off. We'll go back to the New Braunfels radar, and you'll see that it's edging closer to San Antonio. We have some showers that are feeding up into this system coming in from the south. So we'll get a couple of scattered showers, especially if you're on the city's west side coming in, moving south to north. And then we'll watch as this entire system edges a little bit closer. We'll see if it holds together and makes it here. So far, it is held together just fine, but it's just been slow moving. And that's part of the reason we're getting flooding with that. And we're also getting some storms off to the east, too. I don't want to forget about those folks out near Cuero, Gonzales up towards Luling. So all things we're watching today, there is now a flood watch in effect that includes Bexar County, and those counties are just out ahead of that big area of showers and storms. You see all the flash flood advisories and warnings, but this is the flood watch, which does include San Antonio. And we've got ground proof now. I mean, this is out near Pipe Creek, over 6 inches of rain in the rain gauge. And crops in the back, yeah, they're loving that, okay? So this is, again, good rain. We just got to be careful with some of these roads and low-lying areas. Streams and creeks, too, probably starting to flow a little bit better at this point. 78 in San Antonio, 79 New Braunfels, and it's not going to warm up much today because we'll continue to see these showers and storms shift a little bit closer. Computer models are going to struggle with this, but kind of gets the general idea across. This big complex does try to slowly move into San Antonio, probably weakening a little bit as it does, and then by the afternoon we could see some new development out ahead of it. Across our eastern counties. But our rain chances, I'd say over the next several hours, are pretty good here in San Antonio. So 40% chance of rain tomorrow. We bring it down just a little bit, 40% chance Thursday, and then we up the rain chances again Friday into Saturday, and then we completely take rain chances away next week. But we'll be with you over the next couple of hours should more flood warnings come out. We'll certainly keep you apprised of the situation.
All right, we'll watch out for it. Thank you, Justin.
Yep. Time right now, 9:19 at 78 degrees.
Well, the Michelin Guide is coming to Texas, and that includes a few stops around San Antonio. Ivan Herrera is going to show us some of the popular spots vying for those Michelin star ratings. That's next. Welcome back. It's 9:22. Well, did you buy a Bissell Steam Shot during Prime Day? If you did, you may want to check the model to see if it's part of a new recall.
Our digital journalist Ivan Herrera is here with more details about that, plus some of your other consumer headlines for the day. Ivan, what can you tell us about the recall?
Well, good morning, Stephanie and Patty. That's right. Bissell is recalling more than 3 million Steam Shot handheld steam cleaners due to a burn hazard. Now, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says the steam cleaners can shoot out hot water or steam when people are using or even heating them up. Now, the model numbers included in the recall are 39N7 and 2994. You can find those model numbers on the bottom of the product rating label at the bottom of the unit. Now, the recalled products also have the word Steam Shot or Power Steamer printed on the side. If you have one of these, contact Bissell directly for a $60 credit for the company's website or a $40 refund for each recalled steamer that you own. So far, Bissell has 183 reports of hot water or steam escaping steamers and 157 reports of minor burn injuries. And if you like saving money while scoring some grub like I do, McDonald's announced most of its U.S. locations will keep its $5 deal through August. Now, the fast food giant launched the meal deal to combat a slump in sales and it worked. The company says customers boosted sales and even purchased full-price items while taking advantage of the offer. The meal comes with your choice of a McDouble or McChicken and 4 nuggets, small fries, and a small drink for $5. McDonald's says it may consider extending the deal further after it releases its earnings report next week, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now, while we're on the topic of dining, how about some fine dining? San Antonio chefs and foodies alike are anticipating the arrival of the first Michelin guide for Texas. Really exciting stuff. The first edition will be released later this week and will include Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and of course us here in San Antonio. We asked some of you for your suggestions on KSAT.com. Some of the spots you all recommended were Myron's Prime Steakhouse, Callum's Attagirl and Attaboy, Mon Chou Chou, among lots of great picks. Now, if you want to weigh in and find out more about the guide, head to KSAT.com and look for this story. Guys, thank you so much.
That sounds good. All those restaurant options you just
I know.
listed.
I'm getting really hungry, so I haven't had breakfast yet.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Thanks,
almost
Ivan.
lunchtime for some of us, too. Thanks.
All right. Well, from saving money to giving people money, what would you do if someone gave you $1,000 a month, no strings attached?
Well, ABC's Andrew Dimber tells us that was the question that a pioneer in artificial intelligence wanted to answer, and the results may shock you.
This morning, new insight into whether a universal basic income could one day be sustainable. It's from a study conducted by Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who has warned about major job losses across certain industries as artificial intelligence grows more powerful.
The speed of the change that may happen here is the part that I worry about the most.
Altman's study gave 1,000 low-income people $1,000 per month over a 3-year period. It was free money, no strings attached. It's something former presidential candidate Andrew Yang supported during the 2020 campaign.
This would create millions of jobs, make our children and families stronger, and give all Americans a better chance to transition in the economy of the 21st century.
Altman's study found people mostly spent the extra money on basics, such as food, rent, and transportation. The largest increase in their spending was to help family and friends with their bills. Many people also put money in the bank. On average, with the extra money, they worked about 1 hour less per week. The research was conducted amid concerns that artificial intelligence will eventually make millions of jobs obsolete, leaving many people scrambling to find new ways to make a living.
With every great technological revolution in human history, although it has been true that the jobs change a lot, some jobs even go away. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that here.
Critics dismiss the idea of a universal basic income as un-American, comparing it to socialism, saying it would lead to dependency and suffocate innovation in the economy. But tech industry titans, including Elon Musk, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey, and the so-called godfather of artificial intelligence, Geoffrey Hinton, support it. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Well, the study also found with the extra $1,000 each month, people initially had less financial stress.
Here's the thing, though. That stress eventually returned 2 or 3 years later. What can you do? Time right now, 9:27, 78 degrees. There is a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including August. It's around the corner, and that means back to school shopping is in full swing. We're going to show you ways to get the kids prepped for the school year while staying on budget.
Plus, our SA Live team took a trip to Austin recently, and they've got lots of unique finds for you. John Marr will show us a cornerstone in the music world of Austin.
Welcome back. It's 9:30. Let's look out there with a live cam. Those clouds are still hanging on, and I'm really glad about that, Patty.
Yeah, yesterday it was beautiful with the rain and the thunder, and hopefully we'll get some more of that today.
There's a good opportunity for it, guys. We've got a nice cluster of showers and storms starting to work its way towards San Antonio. First, though, I start with a picture, actually some video coming out of Kerrville. This on our KSAT Connect. You see the street flooding there. That's pretty impressive. The water flowing down the street, kind of like a river. You got to be so careful, especially in the hill country. We haven't seen rain like this in a while. And these rivers and creeks, you know, everything's kind of sloped up there. So this can all move very quickly, and it can move your car. So be extra careful. Again, that's coming out of Kerrville, and this stands to reason because we're looking at totals up above 3 inches coming down in a pretty quick time there in Kerrville. So we appreciate the video and letting us see what you see there in the city of Kerrville. And as we look at Kerrville right now, you're back into just some light rain, although some moderate rain just off to your west. So you're going to continue to add to these rainfall totals. It won't be as heavy, but there still could be some flooding issues. And then also Bandera, we talked about earlier the fact that there is a flash flood warning in effect for Bandera County and the city of Bandera itself. This goes until 12:15. Some very heavy rain coming down right now, and starting to see some of that move a little bit closer over towards Medina Lake. Let's look at San Antonio, though, because we are starting to get some isolated showers and downpours developing here as well. Everything's tracking south to north, but on the west side of town, you are starting to see some of these passing downpours, and they'll come down pretty heavy. It's just that they won't last very long, not like what they're seeing up there. And of course, the big question is this big area of rain and thunderstorms going to make it to San Antonio? It is weakening. It is weakening quite a bit, but looks like it could hold together, should hold together as it moves into Bexar County here over the next several hours. We'll certainly keep close tabs on it because, yes, it is carrying some very heavy rain with it. And overnight, we got a lot of rain over the recharge zone. We're getting more this morning. So the aquifer is up 7/10 of a foot, but I would imagine this is going to go up feet in the next several days. So that will be something to keep monitoring as well. Flood alerts, flood watch in effect. That includes San Antonio. That's going to go for the next several hours to account for these showers and storms moving in. So we're going to talk much more about this. We'll look ahead in the forecast to tomorrow. That's all in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, we are learning that the family of Caleb Harris will be hosting a celebration of life today. The 21-year-old Corpus Christi A&M student disappeared back in March, and his remains were found in a wastewater lift station last month.
Now, a cause of death has not yet been announced for Harris, but police in Corpus Christi say there were no obvious signs of homicide. His service will be in a few minutes at 10 a.m. in New Braunfels.
And underway right now is the sentencing in federal court of the woman convicted of stealing over $100 million from the U.S. Army. 57-year-old Janet Mello, dubbed the Gucci Goddess, pled guilty to 10 charges back in March. Investigators say that the theft happened while she worked as a civilian financial program manager at Fort Sam Houston.
Now get this, she took millions that were supposed to help the community and spent it on jewelry, clothing, and real estate. We do have someone in the courtroom right now, and we'll bring you the latest on this story once we find out what happens. And as we get closer to August, the start of the school year is getting closer, and many families have already started back to school shopping.
Not me, not yet.
Not me either.
But parents should be prepared to spend a lot on school supplies again this year. CNN's Jen Sullivan looks at how much families are spending and ways to score some deals.
The start of the new school year is just around the corner, and that means it's time to start thinking about back to school shopping.
We're expecting consumers shopping for back to school and back to college to spend at near record amounts.
Parents are preparing to spend big on supplies this year. The National Retail Federation estimates families with children in elementary through high school plan to spend an average of $874.68 on school supplies, clothes, electronics, based on their annual survey. While that's $15 less than last year's record of $890.07, it's still the second highest amount in the survey's history. Nationally, the group expects U.S. families will spend close to $39 billion on back-to-school shopping.
The top reason people say that they start early is to spread out their budget.
Parents are budgeting on average about $310 for electronics, $254 on clothing and accessories, $142 for school supplies, and $171 for shoes. College students are bracing to spend even more, with the average student expecting to shell out $1,364.75 on items for the upcoming school year.
We know that things like electronics are a much bigger portion of back to school and college spending than they used to be.
So, what are some ways families can save?
We know that discount stores have certainly carried a larger variety of school supplies, and as consumers are looking for value these days, that is another top destination for them.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And by the way, if you're wondering when tax-free weekend is, that's happening August 9th through 11th.
Okay.
So
making mental notes there.
Mark your calendar. Well, let's talk music now. You can rock out to your favorite albums and support a Texas business that has been a staple of Austin's music culture for decades.
It's a must-see shop for music lovers. SA Live's John Marr takes us inside Waterloo Records.
It's a one-stop shop for music lovers in Texas and has been voted the best record shop in the capital city for over 40 years. Joining me now is John Coons, owner of Waterloo Records. Now, you provide music for the music consumer and the music lover. Can you talk to me about that?
Right. I mean, it's a subtle distinction, but the music consumers are generally kind of more mainstream, the most popular music of the day. And the music lovers are someone like myself that need music in their life every day, like, you know, food, water, and oxygen. And they're kind of generally looking not only for those most popular artists, but the cutting edge that's going to become what probably will be the most popular artist down the road, looking towards the future rather than the present, if you will.
And you've been around since, what, 1982?
Store opened in April Fool's Day of '82, right.
You're such a staple here in Austin, Texas now. Did you expect it to become what it has today when it started?
Well, we were looking to create the music clubhouse for those music lovers, that town square gathering place, and you know, having a really broad, varied, all-genre inventory across as many formats as are possible, with you know, great pricing, great consumer policies, and most important, to have the friendly and knowledgeable staff to back all that up.
Come here and meet people that are like-minded, that love the things that you love.
Exactly.
And then you have a featured Texas artists section, so if you love Texas music, you've got it here. Where is it at in the store?
As you walk in the front door, it's on the wall right to your left.
And a new artist section?
And the new artist section is right next to that. Yep. As I always like to say, we have the best music and video from around the corner and around the world.
News has learned that Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle has resigned her post. It comes 24 hours after her blistering hearing in front of the House Oversight Committee investigating the attempted assassination of Donald Trump during his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. During that contentious hearing, lawmakers from both parties called on her to resign, signaling frustration with her refusal to directly answer questions, citing the ongoing investigation into the shooting. Director Cheadle accepting full responsibility, calling it the agency's most significant operational failure in decades, and acknowledging, quote, on June 13th, we failed. Cheadle forcefully pushed back against accusations that the Secret Service had denied requests for additional security at that rally. She also revealed a local SWAT team spotted gunman Thomas Crooks on the roof of that warehouse approximately 18 minutes before Trump took the stage, adding the Secret Service was alerted between 2 to 5 times about a suspicious person before that first shot was even fired. Cheadle claiming word of a possible threat was never given to the Secret Service. If it had, Donald Trump's security would not have allowed him to take the stage. Cheadle saying Crooks wasn't considered a threat until just seconds before that shooting. Let's get right to ABC Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas. Pierre, during that blistering hearing yesterday, several times your interview with Cheadle was cited. Does this surprise you that she is stepping down?
Well, as late as last night, Phil, she was maintaining that she would not step down, that she felt she was in the best position to carry on the mission of the Secret Service. But clearly overnight, after seeing that she had become a distraction to the Secret Service, after that, as you said, blistering hearing, it was one of the most intense grilling I've ever seen a public official go through, in which Democrats and Republicans piled on with question after question. For some reason, she simply chose not to answer some of the specifics that she had the details with. She would not do it. Democrats and Republicans, again, calling on her to step down, to say if she didn't step down, that she should be fired. Knowing that overnight, clearly she thought long and hard about it. And this statement that we have that was read to the workforce sums it up. In light of recent events, it is with a heavy heart that I've made the difficult decision to step down as your director. But I think the key, again, was she was not simply able to give a clear-cut answer to the question that everyone has been focused on. Why was there not Secret Service or law enforcement personnel on top of the roof? Why was there not law enforcement personnel stationed around that building that had a clear line of sight directly to the former president? Why was there not law enforcement personnel around the building to make sure no one could get to the top of the roof. The agency was not able to answer that question clearly. Law enforcement and state and law enforcement officials were clearly not in position to do the job they need to do. And Phil, I think the key thing is she talked about the notion that there were operational plans discussed, but she would not identify the people at the Secret Service who were responsible for putting that plan in place. Given that, law enforcement officials said you're stonewalling. Congressional figures were very upset with her, and she had no room, no sympathy. I've never seen a hearing quite like we saw yesterday.
Yeah, and Pierre, at one point, some frustrated lawmaker actually said, you gave the ABC News reporter more answers than you're giving us. It just seemed like whether she was prepared or not prepared, she could have told lawmakers, hey, this is an active investigation. I can't give these details, but she couldn't even do that yesterday, Pierre.
Phil, here's a key thing. We know for a fact that the FBI and the Secret Service briefed members of Congress last week with a tick-tock, blow by blow, about what they knew at this moment in terms of what happened in terms of the assassination attempt. Why she did not give that information that they gave to Congress behind closed doors more openly will be a question that's pondered, and it's the reason why she's no longer in office today.
And Aaron Katersky is here with me in studio. Aaron, we heard Pierre talk a little bit about that, but you have her full resignation letter here.
And if you're just joining us now, we did have a special report by ABC to let us know that Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle has resigned. So this is, of course, is after the hearing yesterday about the security failures that led to the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
This is the incident that happened July 13th. She has been under a lot of scrutiny about what happened. There was the gunman was spotted 18 minutes before he fired the first shot, but she is the head of the Secret Service, so everything comes down to her, and the report right now is that she has resigned.
That's right. She had also said that the Secret Service was alerted between 2 to 5 times about a suspicious person before that first shot was fired. And we will keep you updated throughout our later newscast and on the web. And as far as the story that we interrupted, that was one by SA Live on Waterloo Records. They went ahead and they visited other places in Austin, and you can just check them out on Friday.
They have 1 p.m. Friday right here on KSAT. You can see their road trip to Austin. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at another video coming out of Kerrville on our KSAT Connect. This is from Caitlin, and you can see the really strong winds, the heavy rain going on here. It looks almost tropical, right? It's coming down in buckets, that's for sure. And Kerrville, yes, picked up over 3 inches of rain with that heavier batch that came through, and it's still raining there, so you're going to get even more. It's welcome, but obviously we don't want the flooding. Not a lot of flooding in that shot, but we got to be awful careful with these creeks and streams. We know that they can fill up quickly and that water can move quickly, so be aware. If you're going to be out driving around, know that there are some flooded roadways in the Hill Country, namely in Edwards County, and also getting reports of a few perhaps in Kerr County. Here's the big picture, and we've got this big cluster of showers and storms which has slowly been moving south and east. It's starting to pick up steam a little bit. Starting to move a little bit faster, and so it's almost to Bexar County. But out ahead of it, we're getting these little pop-up downpours that are kind of feeding into it. These are heavy as well, it's just that they don't last as long. So you're not going to get a ton of rain out of this, but these are feeding up in the southern parts of San Antonio. So let's take a little closer look here along 1604 on the city's south side, moving towards Mitchell Lake. That's where we've got some pretty good downpours as it stands right now, between 16 and 281 here, just north of 1604, just east of Somerset. Then as you get up towards Lackland, just to the west of Lackland, we have a nice little downpour coming up from south to north, and this will work its way up into Leon Valley. It's just about to cross 410. So windshield wipers are getting a good work out there along the 410 on the east side. Also noticing some showers in between Castroville and Lacoste as you come into San Antonio, seeing some good rain there. And then, of course, the big show is up here where we've got flood warnings in effect for Bandera County. Bandera is still seeing a lot of heavy rain. I think this is my main concern right now is eastern Bandera County, because the rain has just come, it's just been so heavy, and this is on top of rain, very heavy rain that fell overnight. So let's pause the radar, and I think we should look at rainfall totals yet again. So let's look at 24-hour rainfall totals. And what I've noticed here is that we're starting to see these reds and purples fill in right over the city of Bandera. So we know that there's probably some street flooding going on in the city of Bandera right now. If you can safely take some pictures, we'd love to see what the scene is there in eastern Bandera County, but I would imagine creeks and streams are starting to really flow. And keep in mind, the watershed for Medina Lake is right in this area. It's small, but it looks like we're getting rain right over the watershed, so this could benefit Medina Lake. We just, again, we have to watch out for these roadways, and we don't want any damage or anything like that with regards to flooding. Some very heavy rain there in parts of Kerr County. We showed you earlier out towards Rock Springs and out to the west, some very, very heavy rain. But for the moment, we are awaiting this rain here in San Antonio. And again, it's just on the edge of Bexar County here. So it is starting to make some headway off to the east, and we'll put it back into motion here over the last hour. And you can kind of see the overall motion is easterly to southeasterly. And so that would put it in the Bexar County here fairly soon over the next couple of hours. And if it holds together, which it looks like it's weakening a little bit, but it will still put down some good rain. 78 right now in San Antonio, 79 in Braunfels, 81 Converse. Don't look for temperatures to get much warmer today because we'll have the clouds and that potential for rain. This is one of our computer models, and look, these computer models are going to have a really tough time with this kind of setup. But it does show that rain moves in and then kind of weakens, and as we head into the afternoon, any sort of threat for rain would shift off into our eastern counties, and we'd probably see things quiet down here in San Antonio for the evening commute. So rain chances would come down a little bit, although this shows more rain trying to pop up late tonight. We'll see. 60% chance of rain, 40% chance Wednesday, Thursday. We bump up rain chances again Friday and Saturday. Notice temperatures stay fairly cool. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It's 9:55. Let's go out there with Zoo Cam. Those are our friends, the cranes. You can kind of see it right there at the top of your screen. It's a nice day to go to the zoo, but make sure
it's always a nice day to go to the zoo.
You take your umbrella, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, have it with you. I think it's going to be a little while longer before some of this really heavy stuff makes it into San Antonio, but it's trying. It's moving in our direction. And out ahead of this line, we've got some streaming showers moving south to north. So there will be some rain around. Yes, have your umbrella on hand rest of today. Once these showers and storms pass by, though, we should see things quiet down, at least for a little while, late this afternoon and this evening.
Good news.
Right. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad that we're expecting more rain.
That's nice. It really is keeping temperatures down, too, so it's a win-win. We just don't want the flash flooding.
Yeah, that's.
He needs to hear your thank yous,
yes.
folks.
He's ready for your praise. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good one.